my ability to fool other people. Because it's a game, right? You're playing a game and everyone's trying to be someone, and the better you can pretend to be someone is as good as it'll ever look to someone else. I don't know who I am at the end of it, which is interesting because I don't know. You know, like you expect to be a certain kind of person, you think you're a certain kind of person, and when you don't know, then you're confused and you're less of yourself.
The thing that scares me about myself is how easily and fast I get attached to things and ideas of things and ideas of people / people. Let's say you start talking to somebody. As soon as you start talking to somebody and they give you the most little bit of attention, boom, I'm attached. Come here, let's talk more, let's hang out, like literally. Same with friends too. Like the second I meet somebody, if we match energies, boom, we're connected. You're now part of me, kind of situation.
I guess that like your upbringing and experiences and everything negative that happens to you defines you as a person, and I forget that I'm 1000% judged on what I've done in the past and my wrongdoings, my shortcomings. So I would say being defined by the things that make me vulnerable. Yeah.
Is this something you think about often?
Oh, probably every day. Yeah, I think I struggle with opening up. Yeah.
My future. That's what I would say. I don't have any like future plans. I don't really know myself too well, so I don't really have anything to look forward to, I guess.
What scares me the most about myself is that I can do anything that I want. Like, I'm the luckiest person alive, I think. I would love to do a lot of simple things, and then I'd like to do a lot of complicated things. I would love to be a chemist. I'd love to be an environmental engineer. I'd love to learn about algae and oysters. I'd love to be a leaf. I'd like to be a tree. I'd like to be an elephant. Anyway, yeah.
So the fact that you could, in your mind, you could be any of these things and you can't decide, that's what scares you most.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm scared to decide.
I find it really hard to focus. Probably like every 3 months I shift gears and this is my thing now, and then it lasts 3 months. Right now it's sailing. Sailing. I just bought a boat in Mexico for not enough money. It's a really shitty boat.
How long ago did you get into sailing?
About 3 months ago.
You have me thinking though, like why do we feel like we have to stick with one thing our whole life? Like why not do what you do?
Because I'm a really shitty sailor. And I'm not a particularly good anything else either. But I know a little bit about a lot of shit. It's not very useful to anybody though.
Okay.
I'm scared that deep down I think that I know I won't do what I want to do with my life. And I think that's what scares me most. I don't know, maybe I've been told that by a lot of people that I won't make it and that I'm not good enough.
I'm not scared anymore. I used to be scared, but I'm not scared anymore. That's my answer.
I think I have trouble figuring out when to be guilty and when not to be, and when it should make sense and when it shouldn't. I often get a lot of guilt put on me, and I handle it weirdly. I just feel like I'm blamed for stuff more than I should sometimes, and so I don't know if I need to work on myself or if I shouldn't take the blame as much.
Okay.
I feel like I'm stressed out all the time, and like my brain kind of goes at like a million miles a minute, and like I can never really turn it off. And I think that I worry that I'll never like know like a full peace with myself and like be able to just sit down with myself and like feel good being silent and like alone and like not feel the need to be doing a million things at once or like anxious about everything.
Have you ever felt peace?
I don't know.
As much as we want to believe that we know ourselves, more than anybody else. There is so much unpredictability, infinitely actually. We are not the same person 2 seconds ago that we are 2 seconds later without our permission, and I think that's what scares me.
I feel like every day I'm a different person, and every day I have a different set of morals and things that I know are true about myself. But the next day, I'll think about the decisions I've made the previous day, and I'll realize that that's not who I am. But I really don't know if it is who I am or if it isn't, because I think like when I'm doing something, I'm doing it mostly just based on like what feels right, because I've been told that that's like the way to live. But what feels right is not always good for everyone. And I think what I'm most scared about myself is how I harm people without knowing, and how that affects not just them, but another person that they know and another person that they know, and ultimately like the world. And just not realizing the weight of my actions, even the smallest actions. And I guess overall not having self-control. Yeah, it's really scary and it's really hard. And I don't really have anything that I feel like I'm loyal to. Like I don't have a set of morals that I'm loyal to. And because I like grew up like atheist, and so I know most people like it's just a part of their existence to have like certain beliefs. And for me it's very ambiguous, and like there are many possibilities. And I think that's why it's so hard for me to center myself and really see what is true to me and what isn't. And so I think the only way that I can learn is through experience and a lot of mistakes and a lot of damage, which I don't want to do, but I have no other way of learning, so yeah.
When I know that I want something and I don't just do everything for it.
Why is that your answer? Is that something you've been thinking about?
A lot, yeah. I recently like met a stranger who gave me this long speech about like, if you know your passion, go for it, and if you don't go for it, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life. And I literally had just decided I'm gonna give up on it, and the potential to not chase what I know that I want is really scary.
Where did you meet the stranger?
I was on a flight, and I got moved actually to randomly sit next to him, and it was just an old guy, and he just started talking, and it was just divine intervention. I'm an artist, and I want to be a musician, and I had just like, I'm a sociology major, and I had just decided to like hunker down and just like give up and stop like doing the thing that I love and the thing that I wake up and think about every second of my life. And then I was talking to him, and he was like, why would you not?
Yeah, why would you not?
Because I'm never going to be the best in the room, but I'm also never going to be the worst in the room, and I let myself like be scared of people who are better than me rather than be inspired by people who are better than me. And I don't know, it's just something I need to stop doing, and I just need to focus on doing the thing.
Where can we find your music?
Oh my, nowhere. My bedroom. Sorry.
It's okay.
Hi everyone. I have an exciting announcement. I'm working on a book of secrets. So if you have a secret that you would be okay with me including in the book, please submit it by going to the link in my description or by going to Thoraya.com and hitting the Leave a Secret tab. I have it set up to where you will be submitting the secret completely anonymously. Please only share a secret if you're 100% okay with me sharing it in the book and all my other platforms. I'm hoping you'll be able to pre-order the book by mid-November and that I'll have them shipped out in time for the holidays. So keep an eye out for that. I'll let you guys know once it's ready, either on here or on one of my other platforms. And that's about it. Thank you guys for everything. I love you all, and I'll see you next week.